He's a guy that's been in a lot of these. I just chalk it up as one more good one, and I'm really disappointed for our kids that we're on the end that we're on. But I got no problems with effort. I got no problems with fight. I got no problems with the way that we competed. They're a really good team. I think we're a really good team. It was a really good game. It came down to one shot. It was a good shot by a good shooter. It didn't go in, and so we lost. We were really looking for Garrison on the other side, but I told him not to miss Nathan if he was open on the backside. We ran a little bit of a counter to what we did the previous time before we called timeout. And so that was part of the plan. And Buck did a good job finding him. The pass was on the money. I wish they had somebody different than when they're probably guarding him. That's a tough spot again for Nate to be in. But Nathan Moran, he's going to make that shot a lot. So it's the best we could ask for with that in those circumstances. Well, it was both. Well, we got it to him a lot in the first half. I didn't think he was as poised and comfortable as he needed to be. So we challenged him a little bit, ran something for him on the very first possession. It actually took him a couple of possessions to get rolling, but he's a good player, and we just needed more from him. And he delivered in a massive way the second half. What you're working for there is just for him to work for position and catch the ball as low as he can, and I like what we get when we throw it to him close enough to the basket, and he's playing on rhythm, and that's really what he did in the second half. He scored the ball well, but he also had some good kickouts. So we got other stuff from it as well. We've had plenty over the last couple of years where it was just really, really hard to score, and so I felt like both teams had pretty good rhythm, not continuously, but off and on throughout the game. But I do think both teams are much better defensively than either of us get credit for, especially when we're playing people that we're so familiar with and we know what to take away or what they're trying to accomplish, what we're trying to accomplish, that sort of thing.
What about?
It's the best we've been in a while. I think it's the best we've been in my 6 years. I won't speak to anybody that came before, but and I'm glad that we're competitive and that the games are where they are. We just got swept, so I'm not real pleased with that. But I think Coach will tell you if you play 10 times. It may not be 5-5, but it's going to be most of those 10. Either team has a chance to win. Our team has a ton out there in front of them to prove and to do for the first time. And we've had a good start to the season, and we had a good year last year. But there's a lot of firsts out there for us. And a guy that's scored 1,000 points and a fifth-year guy and a competitor and a winner, and so you add somebody like that to your roster. He's a great asset for us. He hasn't gotten off to a great start this season necessarily, but I'll take him on the floor anytime, any day. Well, we just held it, and didn't protect it. We even talked. We knew that was going to come. We said call timeout if you get in trouble, and we didn't. When there's a good defender, I think he's the guy that deflected it. Nathan's not the best guy to have trapped in a corner size-wise, and so they just made a good play the same way that Nathan did in the possession right before that, and it's just the way it goes. You look at those possessions late in the game, and they're critical, no doubt. But both teams play fast. I'm guessing we probably had 80, 85 possessions each on offense, and Eli gives us so much versatility defensively that we were scrambling a little bit. We didn't have the matchups that we wanted defensively. He's a great rebounder, and so we weren't at our best for sure. I felt like he got 2 offensive fouls, and he just kind of battled up, more than anything. And it's just the way it goes. We have other guys that have plenty of experience, and we weren't totally out of whack, but I'd much rather have Eli available than not.